Hello everyone, this is Fonz Wake Up Fonz, and welcome to another reading back on the channel. For once, to break it up, we are not talking about personalities, but we're talking about careers. We're talking about Chung Wheein from MAMAMOO, aka Wheein, whatever. So we're gonna be talking about what the rest of her career is gonna be like from this point on to the end of 2022. I don't know what it was. There was just something that spoke to me about reading about her. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. At the time of recording, it is now 6/6/22. So if I spill some big old tea, know that at the time that I was recording this, it was sitting and it was ready to be released. I'm not exactly sure when it's gonna be released. Anyway, starting off with the first third of her career continuing through 22. I'm just gonna read you all the cards in one sweep. So pile 1 is the Temperance, the Empress, the World, the Hierophant. Second pile is Cups, Ace of Wands, my goodness, what the heck? Ace of Swords reverse, 9 of Wands, the Hermit, and the last pile is the 10 of Wands, the Strength, 7 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Overall 6 Pentacles, 2 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, the Hierophant, and Page of Wands. So there's something very critically important about either a partnership of like maybe a platonic nature, familial nature, but what it feels the strongest to me is that it's romantic. Something going on in her romantic love life is going to be blowing a hole, like sending a meteor crashing towards her career. Not that it's going to tank it or destroy it, right? But it's going to be impactful as to how her career is navigating, steering, how I guess maybe affecting the stability, whether it could make it better or worse for the rest of this year. We'll get into why. So starting off with the first chunk of the rest of this year is that she's gonna be kind of minding her business. She's gonna be getting her footing. So if she hasn't really been super active and around and releasing things, we're going to start getting a bevy of content that she was seemingly quietly or diligently working on to say, look, here are all of the things that I have been doing. Thank you for waiting for me. Thank you for waiting for me. So things that maybe she was not able to do before, she's going to be able to do. Or rather, it feels like there was an envelope that she wanted to push that she didn't exactly get to push, if that makes any sense. There is some business in here that I do not feel particularly permitted to say out loud. So I'm not gonna say that because I don't know, child. This is her energy. So if there's some that, anyways, we ain't even gonna get too deep into that. There is an envelope or something important that she wanted to say and or reveal, maybe convey through her music, her art, whatever it is, her craft, that she was not able to do before, which could have maybe contributed to her departure from RBW. I mean, of course, she's still promoting with MAMAMOO, but that could have maybe made her think like, you know what, I am now in a position that I can step away and still be part of this great thing. I just won't have to be under that same management and rules. So moving into the second pile, middle chunk of the rest of this year for her is it's gonna seem like everything's going well, but I don't know if there was a tragedy in her life that could have occurred that she just wasn't ever able to deal with. But if so, like maybe the passing away of somebody important in her life, or maybe feeling like she didn't get to, or maybe feeling just like she didn't spend enough time with or get to cherish somebody, like there could have been a scare or something, maybe of somebody passing away, or just feeling guilty about, not being able to be particularly close to somebody in maybe the family or friends. She's probably going to have to take a step back and retreat into herself and kind of shut the doors and kind of hide away and conduct her business and kind of go through something by herself in private. By private, I mean truly, like, she might not even be telling the members of the group, MAMAMOO, that are closest to her about this. It seems like it's going to be an entirely personal journey. And if she's, not single right now, the only other person that would know is her partner. So, I don't know. It feels like whatever these feelings are she could be feeling, whether they're attributed to a specific person, maybe it could just be depression. Maybe she just feels like she needs to kind of pull into herself and, kind of up her protection and hide away. She's going to be doing it kind of on her own and in her own vibes. So it's going to be a bit of a difficult and sad-ish depressive period for her. But she's going to be bouncing back from this slowly. Very, very slowly. Kind of moving into this last chunk. She's going to be charging into the next coming year and the end of this year in a smart way. She's not necessarily going to, throw herself over the edge and, charge forward recklessly. So if there's any sort of contents or things released, it's going to be at a moderate pace. Realizing that she doesn't necessarily have to keep up with the Joneses to get things done. However, with the Seven of Pentacles here, it's just telling me that she could be undergoing some transformation, either just right now, very soon, or it's going to be happening through this period leading up into the next year of 23, of her just saying, okay, now I'm realizing that part of this image, part of who I am, is not necessarily who I am. It was manufactured for me and I had to play the part so much so that it became me. So her maybe having to go through that self-discovery and break it down and figure out the things she likes again, figure out the art she wants to do again, figure out the messages, the things that she was maybe going for originally but necessarily didn't get the chance. She's still going to be carrying the burdens that she was in the middle period. But coupled with this is it's going to be a bit of a facing the sense of self. Like I'm getting older now. Is it that I want to settle down? Or, am I going to keep working? Or maybe I'll, you know what I mean? It's very much her realizing that getting older or reaching a certain age doesn't necessarily mean that the biological clock is ticking, or she's going to have to face her relationship with time, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Is her realizing that, it can be your best friend as long as you don't let it consume you. Also, what I said about relationships, if she's not already in a relationship, she may be getting into one soon, or she might be reaching the next level of a relationship, a next level of commitment with somebody. This person, I ain't gonna spill all their details unless, of course somebody wants a reading for it. But this relationship of some sort, whether it's romantic or platonic, she could be meeting a friend, but it more so to me feels romantic, is that this person is actually going to play a big role in her life somehow. Of course, like I said in the beginning of the reading, probably towards career. Maybe this could be her revealing her relationship and the kind of relationship it is, and maybe the type of person that she's with might affect how others are viewing her. Because it seems like the potential relationship that she might have with this person, if it's romantic, is that it's kind of another one of those things that she didn't really feel the need to discuss with anyone, and some others might react strangely to it. I don't know if I would fully say slighted, but there might be at least one or two people that feel slighted that are important in her life. But it just kind of seems like she's going to be doing her motherfucking thing. So of course, love that for her. She's going to be making connections this year, maybe even have some sort of collaboration with someone. I don't know, you know what I mean? It's giving like, meeting another idol, or an idol that is her friend, and others are like, oh my gosh, the besties are back together kind of vibe, right? Other than that, one thing I'm going to say is I feel maybe a bit of a stronger inclination towards we could see some solo contents from her in terms of specifically music, not just variety shows. I would say it's more than likely that we might see a solo comeback from her. However, I don't know. Y'all just gonna have to let me know, moo-moos or whatever Wheein fan names are. Sorry, ain't that daggum deep. Other than that, that's all that I got. Feel free to ask me about any other members from MAMAMOO, any other members from any other company, other soloists, maybe others that you just want me to read for their career, period. So yeah, if you can't get down with it, get down, don't get down with us. Adios.